Hey, it's you. Come on in.
Be very quiet. We're hunting dragons.
It's a Halloween morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
And on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. It's great to see you. Happy Halloween season. If you happen to be here during the live premiere, join the chat. Won't you say hi? We'd love to meet you. We'd love to have you meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, Marcus has a little something up his sleeve.
Y'all, when we did our Atomic Age Bayrum episode ages ago, toward the very beginning, we never got the splash.
True.
Well, fast forward to our first autumnal season, and we grabbed our Atomic Pumpkin. Of course we did, because it's legendary. And when we smelled this, we kind of thought this was very much like the Atomic Age Bayrum. Maybe a few little things here and there that are different. Y'all, we batted some cleanup, and we finally got our splash of Atomic Age Bayrum, and I had a mystical experience in the bathroom the other day, and I wanted her to have it on camera. So all of this time that I thought these were a very similar shade of blue, I was finally able to see them next to each other and compare directly. Y'all, I was blown away, and it harkened back to something that I remember hearing a long time ago before we ever started the show about you have to learn how to smell things. Wait, what? There are now things in Atomic Pumpkin that I can smell that I couldn't smell before. And I don't know how I did it, but it was something about the direct comparison of this and this.
Side by side.
I was suddenly able to see the difference in nuance, and it was amazing to the extent that I am still learning the difference. I still go smell this deeply and then take this in and discover all of these light spices that for some reason my nose was not able to grab before. So yo, welcome to the enlightening. I hope she has a very similar experience.
Let's see.
Did you kind of think that these are very sort of similar in scent?
I think so. I think early in the journey, and we were really excited for fall, like we just dove into that heart of like the sweeter side of the Atomic coming through somehow.
Okay, we're going to start here. She is a Bayrum fanatic, so I know she knows this, but I want you to compare them A-B. So take this in. Nice deep whiff.
Okay, that's
ready?
all I got in my lungs.
Fast as you can. Atomic Pumpkin.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Interesting. You almost can't even smell any of this anymore. Like it erases it.
I know. And it teaches you how to smell all of those beautiful, lighter, spicier autumn scents.
Interesting.
I know. What are you getting?
It's funny, like, I don't think if I even was looking at it, I would have gotten the color orange. I don't know if I would have gotten immediately, like actual pumpkin.
Right.
But I would have definitely gotten more of the sweeter side of fall coming through.
Yes.
Like, almost all the spices were taken away in a different side of it
they
came
were
out.
lightened up.
Yes.
Right? They were given the nutmegs. They were given those beautiful autumn spices.
It gave me an image of, like, a magic eraser marker. You know, like when you have, like, you can erase it and go back. Like, there's something, like, whatever in here, it was erased from this scent. Like, I know it's in there, but just having smelled this first, it was a very cool experience. I'm glad you made me wait. I really tried not to smell this for a while because I wanted to experience it for real.
Now, this does not have a pumpkin note in it. This does not on the sales page. So I think it's in the pumpkin pie spices. Is that what you're sensing?
Yeah, and I'm almost getting... I know it's clearly not a maple syrup, but if you could make a maple syrup from a pumpkin kind of vibe...
Yeah.
I don't... That's like the color I'm getting, like a liqueur or something, but it's not in there.
Right.
It's just, how are the sweets happening? Because they're there.
Bordering on a vanilla in this. Y'all, it's a whole different world. But without seeing them A-B, I wasn't really able to experience the glory of
Interesting. And we'd had the balm of the Atomic Bay, but we hadn't had the splash.
Yeah, we had the star jelly.
And it's different in that next side by side. It's definitely different, I think, in a new way.
Are your purest forms, I think, for PAA.
So for the holiday fun, I'm glad you had me experience that. If you have those at home, you should do the same. And see if Marcus is right.
Put in the comments. Let us know. I'm very, very curious.
Right?
And for today's soap, we follow in the footsteps of a young Douglas Smythe into the Amazonian rainforest to hitch our hammock to some Croton-Leclery trees. Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all, so Sangre de Drago, or Spanish for dragon's blood, is a panacea in Central and South America. It's very often used as a cure-all in all kinds of maladies. In fact, we were watching an interview with a scientist who said, I can't believe it's not in every medicine cabinet.
That was so cool to see.
Right. It is a resin of the Croton-Leclery tree, and this is from the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
Sangre de Drago is a dark, mysterious world, magic in a bottle, ancient, primal, and alive. Sangre de Drago is a potent, mystical, alchemical blend of dragon's blood, sandalwood, Indonesian oud, benzoin, tonka, linalool wood, spruce hemlock, amyris, labdanum, sage, neroli, and tobacco absolute. Take a leap of faith into the dark depths of Sangre de Drago and submit to the reverie of the unknown. Oh my goodness!
I'm so excited. And for our scent notes section, Mr. Smythe goes into each of them in details I have not seen on a sales page before. And we were overly enabled to get this set by Angelo at the Shave Arcade. In fact, he shot a little section for us to go in the How It Shave section of today's episode. So miracles and wonders today, y'all. We're going to train our dragons. Be kind of cool if fire popped out when we opened
Hey, right? Maybe we'll work on that.
There's some things in here. You did not see Vector. That is for an upcoming episode toward the end of the month. But you did see.
It is a dark label. That just adds the creepiness vibes. My goodness.
Oh, no, it's perfect.
Wow. Oh, it even says on the label, Sangre de Drago with sandalwood and oud. So it does actually give you a hint on the label, my friends.
And yo,
that is some dark juice, man.
Yo, look at the color of that.
It's almost as close to the black label.
That is the last vestige of a West Coast sunset right there.
It does say it's supposed to be the color of dragon's blood, so that's not wrong if you look at that.
It just might be. All right, y'all, so strap in. We're going to have a fire-breathing first impression.
This has been long awaited. I'm making Marcus go first here for a whiff.
I don't often go first in the Phoenix episodes because I like to ask you questions, but I can't resist this. I wonder if the soap is a darker color.
Oh, that's a good question.
No, it's a beautiful light creamy soap.
Interesting.
All right.
Have you ever smelled like dragon's blood on its own, like in anything else? I don't think we have. I mean, I don't think I have.
Not smelled, but the shave ice guy on the corner, 2 blocks down from my grandparents' house on Inman Avenue in Stockton, California.
You can go find it.
His most popular flavor was dragon's blood, and it was kind of like this color.
Oh.
So it looked like that, and your shaved ice like kind of tasted like spicy. It was like it was almost like a combination of like brown sugar and paprika, kind of a taste to it. So
now I'm even more intrigued.
Right.
I wonder if this is close.
I have tasted that version of dragon's blood, but I don't know what it smells like.
You are supposed to be able to ingest it, so that's not completely wrong.
Yeah,
I mean,
we were watching like a doctor from the Amazon, and he was like showing bottles that they use
tinctures
medicinally,
of it.
right?
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Don't drink the splash. All right, y'all, here we go. Going in. All right.
Diving in. See what our nose finds. Ooh, it's a nice long whiff. Oh. Are you glad you didn't shave yet today?
I've never been happier to have stubble on my face in my life.
Hold on. It's an experience. Give him a minute, y'all. Give him a minute.
Whoa. Hold on.
Now I'm even more intrigued. He's flabbergasted.
This is like Dracula's bath soap.
Hey! There you go!
Because, hold on. Again, there are 2 personalities at play here, and there is a beautiful tug of war between them. First of all, I was shocked with the sense of clean that I'm getting, but the cool thing is clean for me is usually associated with like soap or mint or things like that. Right. Like that's how we get our cleaner sides. This is done clean in a whole new way.
Oh.
Like, y'all, a rich, fiery, spicy clean that's not creating its own identity. Like that is the clean.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Wow. There's fiery on that list, y'all. Did you hear that?
Right, and then something so beautifully resinous that it borders on floral without going anywhere near floral territory. But like the sweets of the resins, because usually for me, the resins kind of go dirty. They kind of go spicier. They kind of go like in more of your patchouli tobacco. Like that's kind of where I sense more of the resins. Mm-hmm. This is a very different kind of resin, and that color is kind of apropos.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay, hold on. Okay, underneath all of it, it's not a sense of soil. It's a sense of like soily sand. So like already something cleaner in the undertones. And then as it moves up, something like the bark of the tree, but something as beguiling and beautiful as cinnamon is spicy, but it's on the other side. So it's not like cypress. It's not like shifra, but it is something clean and smooth and creamy about the bark of the tree. And then hold on. Let's go up a little higher. And then on the tops, I'm getting this beautiful almost sense of like a hint of a bay out of like these leaves that are swirling around on top of it that are giving it this beautiful sort of herby sense.
Okay.
But underneath all of it is this really prevalent clean spice that I think is the dragon's blood. Because it's not going to be like a weird scent. Right. It's going to be like, oh, whoa, that's beautiful and captivating. There is something in this
good word.
that is unlike anything else we've ever smelled. Well, think about it. Y'all, civet, oud. There are things on this planet that just do magical things to the nose that come out of the clear blue sky that the nose would never expect. Right. Ambergris, can we please talk about for a second? And to dive a little bit into the alluring nature of this, we recently found out that the multivitamins I've been taking for years don't have any iron in them, and I was crazy anemic. And one of the ways I found out was when I took an iron pill. You know that taste of iron that normally is just like yuck? My body went, oh,
Thank you.
Yummy. I like that. Give me more of that, right? And I was like, why do I enjoy the taste of iron?
Your body said.
Y'all, in the Amazon rainforest, Sangre de Drago is a panacea. It is used to cure a myriad of things. So it would make sense that not only is that resin going to look gorgeous, but it's going to smell so alluring that you're going to want to put it in your mouth. And in that Amazon rainforest, you know how alluring something's got to be to make you want to put it in your mouth? So there's something about its healing nature. There is something about all of the magic it does inside of you that you can sense in the smell itself. So talk about warm, comforting places this lights up in the brain. This is just informing you that it's going to like be helpful.
It's so funny because even when we were watching the show, they were talking about how they grow super fast. Like within 2 to 3 years, you have a full-blown tree. It's raring to go. So the Amazon somehow creates it knowing we need it.
I love that everything else is coming together. That Sangre de Drago, that oud, that sandalwood, those other scent notes we read, to create something as magical as the nose entering a giant field of florals. But there are no florals. It's done with woods. It's done with barks. It's done with resins. And instead of the lights of the florals, it takes you down to those spices of the earth. Like,
well, you have sold me. I haven't got a whiff yet, and I'm down.
Wow, take this in. I'm so curious to see what you think.
Me too. I am actually curious if I've smelled anything similar to this because the way you're explaining it, I'm like, I don't know. But we have been to the Amazon before with Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
Indeed. We have taken our journey through the trilogy of the Fougères, right? Down
so
to
this is a different side,
Tierra Mojada. Oh, y'all, Terra Preta, Tierra Mojada were designed to kind of take those earthier, soilier, petrichorier sense of actually being in the rainforest. So y'all, if those were the musks of the forest, this is the sweet cream. This is like something totally opposite.
Okay, I'm glad I brought it up just because we have been to the Amazon. Now we have another part to this journey.
It's so different. Okay. It's so different. It's just as natural, but more like this is your medicine.
Does it seem like it fits in this season?
Oh, absolutely. It's a warm, fiery scent. It's got a sense of humidity to it. Absolutely.
Okay, we waited to open it, but I wanted to make sure we were on the right track with our set and all the craziness that not just the label was hindering where we were putting this on the schedule.
Okay, what do you get?
Okay, no more stalling. Oh, I do get that, like, deep bark kind of a resiny thing happening.
Right?
Oh.
It's beautiful.
It's funny, my brain wants to be like, is that smoky? No. Is that charcoal? Right. No. Is that something you know? I don't think so.
Nope.
But there is something in those zones of like natural things on this planet that my body wants to find out, you know?
Yeah. These are things that grow.
It's interesting because there is a subtle sweet, but it is not as sweet as my brain, from what you were explaining, was expecting. I did also just smell atomic pumpkin, so you know, maybe that was where I was jumping.
But it's not a sweet that's done with sugars or florals. It's done in a very different way.
But if you were to ask me how to explain it, I think I'd still use that same word. Like there's a part of this that even my brain was like, is that going to turn into like a wine or a liquor? But it doesn't. It's just that depth of the scent is something that my brain's just trying to find a category for, and it can't.
And there is a hint of that shaved ice dragon's blood syrup in this. It's not exactly the same, but I'd say there's a 20% similarity in that deep sense of how this almost borders a cinnamon. That's how. By the way, does this border a cinnamon for you?
Now that you're saying that, yeah.
I love that this is a cinnamon without being a cinnamon, because for me, cinnamon has no understudy. So if you love cinnamon and it starts burning your face, you're kind of screwed. But this would be the non-cinnamon cinnamon.
Well, because cinnamon is a bark also, right? So it's kind of that idea of it being in that lane, but it's a deeper side of it. It's not as bright as cinnamon somehow. I I don't want to say bark like wood chips because that's not what I'm getting, but it is that deeper, the spice can only come from that like layer on the tree somehow. And the dragon's blood side, like I like how it has that name, not just because of the color, but there is something kind of mystical and mysterious and spooky, but you know, it's not too scary. Like it does come through with the
They
scent.
have just named this the purple stuff. You probably wouldn't have that sense, but they named it that on purpose. It's apropos. There is something absolutely mysterious about the sense. I do get the sense there might be a dragon behind me.
But there is that magic side as well. Like, okay, we can cure a lot of things with this. There is a secret magic side to this, you know?
And y'all, let's see if my acne clears up. If we build a lather here, let's see. Oh, I love
it's
this
after
PA
get.
lather. I love it.
There is something really comforting to the soul about this that I do associate with like the cozy time of fall.
Right.
I'm not sure how it's making it happen, but it really is on that like soul level of like calming, chill, just if I need to relax and find like a zen moment, just sit with a book under a cozy blanket. Like this is a scent I would want next to me.
And I think for Shave Arcade, that's why he loves to just put on his robe and sit in the dark shave den and use Sangre de Drago, you know.
There's something like on that soul level. I think that's what you were saying of just like, you know, if you smelled this in the Amazon, your body would be like, I need some, feed me. I think like savory is a good word too. Like there's something about it that you wouldn't want it to stop.
Right. You know what? You know what's funny? I think this is even more savory than sweet. It for sure has a gorgeous sweet note.
It does.
But this is more savory than that.
Right, because I wouldn't put this in a fall category of like a pumpkin spice business or like a, you know, all the stuff you put on the stove. What's that one that you make with?
Oh, the simmer pot.
Right, it's not that category, but the comfort, cozy side of it is there.
You know what's kind of cool? This doesn't have anything in it that's normal.
It's true.
Think about your shave soaps. Citruses? No. Florals?
Nope.
Barbershop? Powder? Country Mile. Y'all, this is the absolute most different, unique shave soap I think maybe we have.
Yeah, actually, I forgot you said earlier that I had a clean side, and I'm getting that now. Like, the more I keep going into the whiff as I'm smelling it, I do get, like, the image of the color of the dragon's wood, but on a dragon's blood. But on a tree...
I want to see dragon's wood.
But on the tree, you can see, at least in the video we were watching, the resin itself is that deep, dark red, but the tree is a lighter bark. So you can see that depth in there.
So I think that's my point, y'all. I think this is a soap made up entirely of dirties that ends up smelling super clean and beautiful. And like, how?
Right?
How did you take all those dirties and make it beautiful and clean?
But it happened.
He did go deeply into the set notes, so why don't we follow him along?
It's almost like it's caramelized, but it's not caramelized to become sweeter. It's caramelized to become more of that, more of that savory side.
It. I love how this is. You are exactly. I'm so glad you said that. This is on the savory side.
Like, you know, if you took all the different spices, I know it's not multiple spices that are doing this, but it's almost like my brain would have to see multiple spices coming together, and you had to make them into like a caramelized effect to make them work. So maybe that is just how the resin works on its own, but that's the image I'm getting.
Right. And back to the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, starting with Sangre de Drago.
Is a natural tree resin, also known as dragon's blood or blood of the dragon. It is extracted from a medium-sized tree that grows in the Amazonian regions of South America.
Labdanum hydrosol.
Also known as rock rose hydrosol. You said it's not a floral, but it feels like it. Or cistus hydrosol. Possesses a rather distinctive herbaceous aroma. There's definitely herbs in there.
White sage hydrosol.
Woodsy, dry, herbal. A natural balancer, deodorizer, and cleanser. There's your clean, man.
And then orange blossom water. There's tiny florals.
Is diluted from the neroli essential oil, which comes from the bitter orange tree. It has a strong, sweet, floral, citrusy scent. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. We were just saying, like, okay, so we were right. We just didn't know.
Right.
Yeah.
And finally, y'all, for fans of oud spice, I think there's a common cousin in this oud. Indonesian oud contains a vast scent profile, beautiful oils. The Indonesian profile is quite different from the Indian, Cambodian, or Borneo oils. It is typically strong in the mid-range, boasting pleasantly jungly notes, fresh rainforesty notes, and most significantly, the smell of burning oud chips is expressed so clearly in the oils from this region. It's distilled properly with high-grade wood. Indonesian oils can be among the most intoxicating of oud oils, able to communicate a clarity purity of agarwood scent that is unmatched. So look at that. A dirty that's creating a floral. A dirty that's creating a citrus.
Right?
Something that
They're
smells
hiding
like
in
something
there.
that's normally in a shave soap, but it's different here. It's created from the ground up from something dirty and spicy. Whoa.
Okay, so back to this list. Let's see if we can translate some of this now that we got our noses in here.
Yeah, here we go.
So we got Dragon's Blood, which we know. Clearly the title gives that away. Sandalwood, Indonesian oud.
Love it.
And then benzoin. Tonka. There is a sweet vanilla-ish vibe.
Absolutely right. And then linaloe wood and spruce.
Hemlock.
And then ambergris, which is so flammable, it's also called torchwood. It's a beautiful floral plant.
Exactly.
And then
labdanum, sage, here's the neroli, and tobacco absolute. That's where my brain almost thought it was smoky, but it's not. And I think it's just the tobacco kind of sneaking into it.
and it's giving it the heart of the personality of those tiny little florals without it going floral, without it giving you the sweetness of the floral. It's giving you the personality instead.
Right? I do get a little of a masculine vibe just naturally coming through.
100%.
I know it looks like there's a scary dude on the cover, but there's something still comforting in those spices and the depth of the scent that I would totally wear this too. I don't feel like it has to be a masculine scent at all.
No, I definitely think because it's spicier, because it's darker. Probably because of the suggested name of like Dragon Hunter kind of thing. You do assign it kind of more of a masculine lane.
You would, yeah.
But y'all, there is just something beautiful down the middle about this. This is a wood resin from a tree. This doesn't really have a gender assignment.
No, I can go kick some dragon butt too, right?
100%. And y'all, when we do watch our Shave Arcade, we like to see how Angelo coats the face with his lather. So we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet, but we will show you how this PAA lather goes on. Y'all, look at that. Peaks and valleys. Y'all, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah. You really do start to get to know each artisan's lather and their
100%.
base. It's fun to have just their little signature. You know it's them.
Y'all, this is my StarCraft brush from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements and my Dark Nebula bowl from KUN Workshop. Great combination.
It really does feel good to have on your face. I think it is kind of just that nature's way of telling you, you need this, you know?
And the way they harvest it now is they actually fell the tree. So we're going to have to take this a little bit deeper. That is the color of autumn.
That is our darkest splash we have in the den.
By a
for
long
sure.
shot. I'm excited. Oh, it's got the new orifice on the plus. All right, y'all. Here we go. Going
You
in.
smelled first, so you get to tell.
Oh, look at
Wow.
that.
That does have a fun color.
Oh, it does.
I don't think anything's added. I think this is just its natural color.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
wait for it.
Wow.
Oh man, that is an experience. Hold on.
Whoa.
Dragons are coming.
It blew our light.
Well, that's new.
We're going to be a little more dim.
Sorry,
today.
guys.
It
They
actually
wanted it to
blew
get-
the light. It was
They
that
wanted
good.
to get darker. Back to smelling
this
things.
is a whole different world.
Yeah.
This is like nature going, you think you know all these smells, quit screwing around. Hold on, come smell this.
Yeah.
Maple syrup, honey, like these things that naturally come out of trees that smell so beautiful. This has got all of that in there and more. Cinnamon. Like, this is the
Almost that liqueur thing, too.
Y'all, this is the Time Life greatest hits of everything that can possibly come out of a tree.
And the tobacco absolute is definitely there. Like, there's something still that savory side, that depth to it.
And I got a throwback to my dad's colognes from the 70s. I'm not sure how, but as soon as I put this on, I was like, whoa, Dad's getting ready for work.
And I just got thrown back to my grandpa's old den, like where all the dudes would hang out to watch the football game. Like it was in the back of the house.
Yeah.
There's just something masculine hanging out. I feel like I just stepped into like a cave to explore, like somewhere. Like there's just something that mystical, like magical kind of fun explorative side.
Dracula's castle.
There you go.
That's with the stone.
That's
all
what
of
we
the
gotta
wood,
watch
like,
tonight.
That, ooh.
So is this resin like easy to get to, or do you have to like conquer a lot of beasts and animals to get to it? Like, is it sketchy? Like, should we be scared to get this?
I don't know. I think it's red. I don't know. And a little apropos for a post-2020 universe that he's wearing the plague mask on the front of the thing.
Not completely wrong.
Just saying.
I am getting a wonderful side of the oud coming out.
I am too.
I just didn't realize how much oud was in there until the dry down of this somehow.
Ah, yeah. It's the oud from Oud Spice for me, y'all.
I
If you
think
love that
so.
as much as I do, that's the oud that's in this.
It's the deeper, darker side. Like where it was in oud spice, it kind of got a little brighter. This doesn't. It kind of stays in that deeper lane.
I'm
for
still
sure.
loving the balance of the sweet in this. I think that's the magic.
It's just so funny to think like a year ago when we were smelling for fall scents, we had Atomic Pumpkin, the bright, the sweet, the fun.
Right.
And then this is like the other kind of deeper spooky side at the PAA lane of things.
And y'all, this isn't just creating its own lane. This needs its own freeway. This is a bypass. This is that tunnel in Vegas that's just for the Teslas. This is something so different that we need its own cabinet.
I think so.
Well, it's pretty simple, y'all. Just have a friend in the shaving world named Angelo who's got a channel called The Shave Arcade. He's going to be a big Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements fan along with you. And one day he's going to ask you if you've ever tried Sangre de Drago. And when you tell him, oh, you know, we haven't actually covered that one yet, he's going to refuse to speak to you until you do, and you just got your own. So head over to their website at phoenixartisanaccoutrements.com, or even better, do it by way of the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, which lets them know that we sent you, and it gives us back a small percentage of the sale, which we'll probably spend on soap so we can make more episodes. It's at no cost to you, and we would be grateful. And for our How It Shaves section today, we give you Angelo Amador and the Shave Arcade.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Angelo, and I just had my shave with Sangre de Drago by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Man, the dragon's blood top note dominates, but it is so beautiful in this and works so well. The sandalwood and the Indonesian oud just lay a base for this, as well as the rest of the scent notes. Do check it out. But yes, Dragon's Blood sets the stage for this, and it is an absolute treat to use. It's very calming, as you can probably tell in my voice. I'm very relaxed, but also too, it's just something that gets you set into the mindset of thinking about getting into the cooler temperatures, the weather, that time of year that we're getting into right now. Sangre de Drago is an absolute beautiful, deep, dark, tremendous treat. You will not be disappointed. Highly recommend it. Get this guy in your shave den. And tell him Angelo sent you. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Sarah. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.
Welcome to Messages.
So for the spooky season we're in, we wanted to give you a chance to win a $20 gift card to Southern Witchcraft.
Yeah, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible is send us an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways. And then check back here on November 2nd to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
It's the width and breadth of what PAA is able to do. Like if you showed me the beach or Good Vibrations Beach Barbershop and then this, I would have no idea they came from the same artisan.
I would agree. And if somebody came to us asking, like, what is one of the darkest scents but the coolest scents in your den? Like, this is totally in that category of, like, a little more on the outskirts but in the best of ways. Like, it's a different type of scent. Like, no one would think you could have a scent like this on your face and shave with it, you know?
How dark can you go while still being clean and put together and masculine?
Right.
I welcome you.
There's still something attractive about how dark it is.
I know.
I don't know how it's happening, but it's for sure happening. And once you get to the splash, I can't even imagine if you had like an EDP of this. Like if you had whiffs of this all day with you, I don't know. I feel like I could conquer the world with a smell like this on my back.
But I think that's why it's so alluring, is you're like, wow, that should not smell that good. And yet it smells 10 times better.
It really does.
What is going on? And that's the magic of not only the dragon's blood, but I think the balance of everything in here that's supporting it.
Right. But it has the perfect side of magic and spooky. But then somehow, you know, it has that medicinal side that you're like, nope, it's still good for you. You should still have it.
Don't wear this to the Easter service. This is for sure, even though it's a perennial on the PAA line, this is for sure an autumnal and even a Halloweeny scent for me.
And actually, this will be kind of fun to have even through winter. Like as it gets cooler and you like just want to hide out, this is going to come out for a den for sure.
Not a bright April morning, y'all. A cloudy December night.
So thank you for enabling us, Angelo. We now understand that we've gotten a whiff of this. We get it. It's a thing.
And if you want to quit speaking to me about a few other soaps, please feel free because this is so good.
We got the hint. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.